If you're a Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, or Libra, this is what's coming for you in December 2025 and into 2026. Capricorn, nothing can stop you this month. Mars is going to enter your sign, and that is where Mars is exalted and makes the most progress. That is helping you make the money that you want to make, and you're going to see it flood in December. The Sun-Venus conjunction in your sign. That is a rare moment because that is a new moon for Venus, and that means this is beautiful for attracting the person, the money, the wealth. And not only that, your ruler Saturn is direct. It has been retrograde for months. Nothing can stop you. No one can say no to you. This is also tying in with a 14-year cycle, and that is because Neptune station in direct is going to give you the violent clarity in your communication. This is giving you power in your speech, how you show up. You may quit a job at the beginning of the month, or just something that doesn't function as well as it used to in your day-to-day mundane reality, routine, lifestyle, and habits. And that is going to propel you into the position that you need to be to meet your goals and success. With Saturn direct, there is nothing that you cannot do. You've got the power right now. You've got the power in your corner to make big things happen. You're going to see a massive love romance injection the second half of December. So that really finishes the year in the best way possible. It almost makes 2025 worthwhile because I know it has been rocky for you. It's been very up and down, but this is the time when you feel that actually everything paid off because you are the mountain goat and you make it work and you don't stop climbing. This is where it really shows. The one thing you want to be aware of this month is that Mars in your sign will square Saturn, and so that can be like, be careful of burnout because you're so big with big actions now and they are having big consequences. And something you say might not land how you expected it to land, and that can just be a bit of a run-in. And also there may be some sort of argument with a contract or a sibling. So because there has just been so much reset, I do see this come in as a bit of a pain in the neck, but that is at the beginning of the month, and it's probably just like, you know, the only road bump that you're going to feel in December. The rest of it, you are singing while you are winning. Cancer, this is the month where you're having massive spiritual awakenings, and a friend may say something to you rather shocking the beginning of the month, or you might say something shocking to a friend. This is actually a massive turning point though with your work, career, and lifestyle. The only thing that you want to be aware of, because you're making massive progression this month, is that with Mars squaring Saturn, you're trying to get something started and it feels a bit frustrating. You're trying to get some paperwork over the line or some sort of admin or some sort of approval from an authority figure, which can feel super frustrating the beginning of the month. But then you're singing while you're winning because the new moon in Sagittarius is literally setting the tone for 2026. This is you meeting someone that is extremely powerful. They're giving you the leg up. They're giving you the approval. They're giving you something that you've been waiting for the whole of 2025. And so this is massive in terms of your big stepping stones. You're making big leaps forward now. Your passive income this month is amazing. With Venus sextile Pluto and Pluto in your 8th house, holy shit. Investors, things that you've been investing in for the whole of 2025. And this is immense for generational wealth that you are building with someone, or, you know, if you have your own company, people are just putting money in your pocket, even if you don't want it. You are going to meet the love of your life the second half of December. With that Sun-Venus conjunction in your sign, this is a person that you have been dreaming of. And that is because you have done a lot of inner work and you've been releasing a lot of patterns. And this is the person who you've been waiting for. This person will be with you in 2026. Libra, this is your Kris Jenner month. You are the head of the household. You're making massive renovations or clearing out old karma, past timelines that have just been passed on. And you found your voice. You have really found your voice. This is because we've got that full moon in Gemini, and your belief system, your spiritual view, your philosophies are completely changing. You're actually speaking your truth to family members and to authority figures too. You're not afraid anymore to really step into your own. I do see you and a partner finally getting on equal footing, finally finding the right track. And, you know, it's been a long time coming. I think you've had a lot of ups and downs with this person, but you are finally on the same track together. The biggest thing is that you're ending a 14-year cycle of your reality, your routine. Everything is changing. So like how you show up, and this is affecting your physical body. I think you're going to get a big awakening about your health, something to do with like your physical needs. And so this is going to change your lifestyle. This is going to change your routine. Big communications. You're announcing big major changes in your life to the rest of the world, and you're also getting a lot of information too that you're processing, and this is setting the tone for 2026. 2026 is going to be one of your best years. You are seeing Uranus changing your perspective, giving you sudden shifts in travel, in knowledge, in education. You're going to see some major changes with your money. Especially you're going to see the biggest financial return that you have seen in decades. Aries, this month you are making a major life milestone. You have so much going on in Capricorn that your public recognition and what you've achieved is undeniable. Saturn stationing direct is giving you massive awakenings, and you've actually evolved. And with Neptune stationing direct, that is breaking a 14-year cycle in your subconscious. So you are changing on a spiritual, physical, and emotional level. And the beginning of the month is loud for you. That full moon in Gemini is propelling you into your new voice for 2026. And you're coming across as pretty opinionated, but you've been withholding these opinions and now you're just releasing them to the rest of the world. Actually, if you have a podcast or you're online or you have an online presence, you could go viral. This is massive for communication. You're making a lot of travel plans in December. You're making a lot of new goals for 2026. You're really broadening your horizons, and people are congratulating you for being actually quite brave and courageous. And with Mars in Capricorn, this is the most progress you're going to make in your career, the most sales you're going to see. That's when it all falls together at the end of December. So get prepared for that. Mars will square Saturn. That's your ruler. You don't want to burn out the beginning of the month. Save some energy for the second half, because that is when you hit major life milestones. Cancer, as we move into 2026, you're letting go of any inner narrative that you've had about self-worth. You're actually making a whole new lot of money in a completely different way that you didn't even see coming. This is like your self-worth goes through the roof, and then you actually start making the money that you need to make. And with Capricorn, this is going to really change your passive income. So your shared resources, investments, all that's going to go through the roof. Aries, community is going to go off its head. So like if you don't have a community already, you need to be looking into it. Aries, you are letting go of a way of how you create and produce things. Like there is your mentality and how you produce and what you birth into the world. You also might let go of some responsibilities that actually give you more freedom to create more in your life. And community is where it's at. Like if you don't have a community already, you need to be making one, or you need to be integrating into one. You're going to see some massive pivots and changes in your friends, groups, and organizations, your long-term goals and wishes. Libra and Capricorn, you're going to meet the love of your life in 2026. Link in bio for personal readings, and make sure you give us a follow for the astro updates that you deserve.